Hello everyone, I'm PrussianPrince with another Total War Warhammer 2 tournament match cast. So this time around we're going to be having Tlaxtlan Soothsayer on Dark Elves playing against Sawyer's Dwarves on Shimmer Sword. Now this is a really... Shimmer Sword? No, Shimmer Sword, probably. Or Shimmer Sword, I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question. But yeah, this matchup... Dark Elves against Dwarves, it's typically Dark Elf favored, and also something interesting to point out here is that I don't know who Sawyer is, but Tlaxtlan Soothsayer, I mean, I think most people should know by now who Soothsayer is. He is easily a top 3 and arguably top 2 player of all time in Warhammer 2, and the only one that's you could reasonably say is in that top 2 is actually Falcon with him. Like, hard to say like who's better than the two, because I think it actually usually they sometimes Sooth is better, other times Falcon's better, but more recently I guess Falcon has been having better results, partially because Soothsayer's kind of like semi-retired and stuff. But yeah, cool to see Soothsayer still playing, and oh boy, I've already gone for quite a while in here. So let's go over the build of Soothsayer. So we have Harpies, more Harpies here, and yeah, 4 Harpies. We do have the Supreme Sorcerers of Beasts on a horse, Arcane Conduit, Formation of Kadon, and the Amber Spear. Really cool Amber Spear, but personally I don't really use it because, it's somewhat RNG, and spells in Warhammer 2 are kind of clunky to use sometimes, and especially the Amber Spear, I would say. You really need to set up for it properly, and so that's why I prefer to micro units with my time than do that personally. But anyway, Sooth is Sooth, and it can definitely be used efficiently. Okay, so for the rest of the composition, well, we do have 2 Sisters of Slaughter, we do have some Hargoneth Executioners, interesting, in the back. A bunch of Black Ark Corsairs, I believe it's 3, yep. And up front we have, looks like 4 Bleak Swords, so not a single spear, but obviously it's against the dwarves, so that makes a lot of sense. Alright. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Okay, so now the dwarves here. Fairly close to the white line, but it's not white line camping, so it's fine. The interesting thing, though, is that they can literally camp on a hill and shoot from it, and they have decent-ish line of sight, although you can see over here there's a little bit of a ridge, maybe? Sort of. Makes it maybe a little bit harder to target properly, but anyway. So, what are we looking at here? Okay, the dwarves, sorry. So we have Ungrim Iron Fist here with... Ooh, bunch of stuff. So we have Axe of Dargo, Red Ruin, Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker. Okay, that's blue. We have some... Iron Drakes, Troll Hammer, Torpedoes. That's just one of them. We do have regular Iron Drakes too. 2 organ guns in the back. Actually, no, an organ gun and a cannon unit. It's miners with blasting charges. Looks like, is it 3 units? Yep. We have some Longbeards as well. No. A Longbeard, 2 Dwarf Warriors. Make that 3 Dwarf Warriors. And 2 Longbeards, actually. We do have 3 Thunders as well. We have a unit of Gyrocopters with Brimstone guns, which is actually going directly for this Harpy unit. So time to hit play. Alright. So we're gonna go over there, and they'll do fine. Now the organ gun and the cannons will start firing. What are the cannons targeting? Well, actually they're targeting the Black Ark Corsairs, getting some decent damage into them, but I feel like maybe Sisters, maybe I mean, they probably wouldn't hit the Supreme Sorceress very well, especially because she's behind this little ridge. But anything else? Can they hit here? Yes, actually. So they're gonna continue. I mean, if they shoot the Black Ark Corsairs here to the side, they'll do a lot of damage because of the way it's facing. You can see now the organ guns finally starting to do the work onto Bleak Swords. It's gonna be a cast here, but Dwarf Warriors are not dodging. Amber Spear. Oh, okay. That was... Yeah, that was quite something. That was definitely quite something. So, Let's have a look here. Ooh, the gyrocopters are actually dying to the harpies. No skirmish mode on the gyrocopters. So that's a big loss for the dwarfs. Don't want to do that. So already good situation here for the dark elves. Looks like there's some damage from the Supreme Sorceress of Beasts. I didn't quite see by what. That was darn good Amber Spear though, if I must say so myself. Now we have the Thunderous Shooting, but with the Bleak Swords coming in a little bit, you know, this attack isn't really synchronized fully, but you know, it's good enough, I think. Because right now, yeah, the Bleak Swords are coming in. But we do have these other units coming in as well. The problem is the Iron Drakes are really massacring those Bleak Swords. This flank here is going down. Miners with blasting charges doing a lot of damage. But here come the flanking Black Art Corsairs and more Bleak Swords as well. It's going to be another Amber Spear. This could be a good one as well. It's not coming down, is it? Okay, we do have Harpies onto Thunderers, being very annoying. Organ turning around, okay. Yeah, there was no... Oh, looks like there's going to be a transformation of Kadon here. We'll see where they decide to go. Harpies are going to go down here. Black Art Corsair Sisters attacking, but you see this, the dwarf here has actually won this. The dwarves here have won. These engagements here are kind of weird with these two Hargonet Executioners. So one of them should be going in because the miners can keep shooting. And actually, I don't know why they're not launching their volleys. This is a mistake here with those miners for sure. They could have done some damage here, even though there's decent armor, but still. And now we have the Ungrim Iron Fist doing some work here. Miners again not shooting. Sisters doing great here. These Black Art Corsairs are engaging, but the Manticore is here. Supreme Sorceress is coming in as well. These Ungrim here is going to be able to do some work to these Black Art Corsairs. There's Winter's Prowess popped. Miners are going to go down, and at this point I'd say the Dark Elves are starting to take the lead here because we have a bunch of Sisters of Slaughter that have engaged the Iron Drakes. Thunderers. The cannons are engaged as well by Black Art Corsairs. More Sisters coming in, so at this point, you know, the dwarves are getting overrun by masses of Dark Elf infantry, so this is a pretty good attack from the Dark Elves here. There we go, another minor unit is gone. At this point it is just decided. There's Ungrim, by the way, here he is. He's on full HP. Might be one of the only dwarves left by the end of it, but you know, the mistake we had from the dwarves is just sitting here, and is there going to be an Amber Spear? Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad, if I must say so myself. It was a pretty good shot into this blob of like dwarf infantry, which is especially not what you want to do against the Dark Elf with Amber Spear, or any faction really with Amber Spear. Like, you want to be careful about that, because Amber Spear can definitely pay for itself if, you know, if the player with the Amber Spear just positions correctly and the opposing player doesn't respond to it by like moving players around and denying the angles of the Amber Spear. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. Looks like Ungrim is here and he's tanking it out. Kills is he on 40 something? Oh, 40. So I was right on the mark. I don't know how I missed that, but okay. So here's Ungrim. Slash cut, huh? Okay. Sure. I don't know who said that though. Is that Ungrim or is that the Argonauts? I'm not quite sure, but there he goes. He's gone and close victory, so okay. Pretty sweet attack from Soothsayer here. Like, I liked how he approached it, but you know, wasn't perfect obviously, but it's never gonna be perfect. But you know, it was more than good enough to overwhelm the dwarfs. So let's take a look at the stats. Yep, Supreme Sources 900 value. Value on the Black Arc Corsairs here. Yeah, Sisters have done very well here because they were able to go around, and once they got around, they could get into the Thunderers, cannons and stuff and get insane value. Now Hargonets did a great job as well. Dark Riders, Harpies in general, not doing, I mean, two of them being kind of wasted. The others did mighty fine though. Now on the Dwarf side, we have Ungrim. Decent value, Dwarf Warriors, Thunderers. Drakes with Trollhammer torpedoes, more Iron Drakes, organ guns, cannons, kind of thing for themselves now. One interesting thing here is that, so when you have like, how should I put it? So there's this philosophical thing about like, oh, if a unit didn't do as much damage as its value, then it didn't pay for itself. But that's not necessarily true. So for example, if you have something like cavalry, or the cavalry is probably a decent enough example. If you have cavalry and it doesn't pay for itself, it might be fine, because that might allow you to defend, say, your missiles with cavalry so they don't get compromised, which would then dish out more damage. Or you can use the cavalry to take out a flank really quickly and accelerate that combat, so then you could start attacking the center with the units that want that flank. So you could theoretically make engagements faster, and the cavalry itself would not pay for itself in damage, then the mobility aspect and other ways it can influence the battle might actually do it. And the same with like healing spells, for example. Like if you look at the Fae, maybe, well, Fae is actually a bad example, but if you look at a caster and doesn't pay for herself, especially if it's like a Lore of Life caster, well, then you know why. Because a lot of that went into Earthblood and not something like a damaging spell, which we had like Amber Spear. Anyway, it's game 1, so let's go to game 2 with Sooth up 1-0. Okay, so game 2, game 2, we now have Soothsayer on Warriors of Chaos and Sawyer on the Empire. So this is going to be an interesting one. I wonder what Sooth is going to go with. Well, already you can see the build, so can't really wonder. We're on Alpine Ridge. So, alright, let's go over the Chaos. We do have 3 Monarch Horsemen. Hidden unit of Chaos Warhounds with poison. Cool stuff. Is it gonna be? And yes, it is Sigvald the Magnificent. Ooh, there's a bunch of lag here. Oh, my trusty GTX 1080. Don't leave me now. Standard die, heroic killing blow, slippery, auric armor, immune to psych. Okay, good stuff. Any other single entities? Well, obviously we want a caster, so it's the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire, Burning Head, Cascading Fire Cloak, Kindle Flame, and Evasion. Okay, good stuff. We do have some Chaos Marauders, 2 of them, 3 of them, 2 Chaos Warriors with great weapons, Warriors with halberds, some Chaos Marauder. Yeah, make that 4 Chaos Marauders. Or is that 5? Yeah, that's 5. And very interesting, we do have the 2 Hell Cannons. One of them is the ROR Soul of Damnation. So for the other side, we do have the Empire camping again. Well, not the Empire, but Sawyer, Soothsayer's opponent. So, what do we have? Well, we have some Outriders. How many? 3 of them? No, 2 of them, and 1 pistolier. In front, we have some Handgunners, 3 of them. We do see some Spearmen with shields, 4 of them, and a unit of Greatswords. We have a Great Cannon as well as a Jade Wizard here with Power Stone, Regrowth, and looks like that is Life Bloom. Is it? I can't believe I forgot it. I think it's Life Bloom. Yes, it's Life Bloom. Okay. Then we do have Karl Franz with Hold Your Line, and what else, actually? Yeah, Blood Roar, Foe Seeker, Stand Your Ground, Dragland Ruin Fang, and Gal Maraz. So, pretty good stuff. We do have, finally, the Temple Half of Luminarch. So, this is really expensive investment. So, it's going to have to snipe a bunch of stuff in order to pay for itself. So, let's hit play. I mean, I suppose even if it doesn't do enough damage, if it, like, snipes the caster of the Chaos, like, might still be good enough. Because then essentially you deny the magic of your opponent. So yeah, could be good. Okay. The interesting thing is that there's a net here which can be used. So we'll see about that. And of course, obviously Jade Wizard has regrowth because it is essentially the Karl Franz healer in this scenario, since there's no really other expensive units that can be healed. So I mean, I guess. Yeah, there's not really much else you could use it on, so regrowth makes sense here. Okay. So already ooh, that's a pretty good volley from the Great Cannons into the Marauder Horseman. But yeah, Prince Sigvald the Magnificent is going up, and pretty crazy guy. Just going in straight into the handgunner range. Maybe he's trying to dodge. However, Sigvald does have Silver Shield, which is going to help block some projectiles, because, you know, shields obviously block guns. Okay, so we'll see it soon enough. I think is Chaos might actually be deciding to camp itself, and it might not be a bad idea, because, you know, Chaos, they have like a really good situation here. These hell cannons here can shoot over the ridge line, which is probably why they were brought as well. And look at the amount of damage they're doing to the Karl Franz. So because of this, Empire has to, not Karl Franz, but the cannons. Ooh, wow, already gone. Okay. So because of this, what needs to happen at this is that the Empire has to attack. And the Empire probably realizes this, so they're gonna start moving up, and this is not the situation they wanted. Ooh, some good hits onto the Luminarch. I wonder if that's really the best target, but, you know, I guess. Not sure if you want to take out the handgunners or the Luminarch first, but it looks like he has actually changed his mind about what to target. Yeah, that's what I thought. I expected handgunners or... Wow, great swords, did I miss that unit? Yeah, targeting that is great. Maybe change target, not into the spearman. I don't... That's okay. I don't agree with that, but shoot the handgunners, honestly, because these spearmen are not the problem. Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors, great weapons. We'll eat them up. Okay, here comes Karl Franz. There isn't really any mass here to stop him, so this is fairly safe from him unless he shoots himself. Although I'm not sure about all the popped buffs he's done here, because it doesn't need to do that against just Chaos Marauders, so that's a bit of a waste. Now there's going to be an engagement here. Do we see the Marauder Horseman coming in? So they're going to charge straight into the handgunners. And we'll see how much they do here. We have... Ooh, Chaos Warhounds actually catching the Outriders, and once they do, poison will slow them down. Here we see Karl Franz doing great. Wow, that's a... Yeah, that's quite the animation there. We have the Hell Cannons here. Ooh, that's a big hit onto the Spearmen. Handgunners here should stop. The Great Sword's basically almost dead. Have Chaos Marauders actually targeting the Temple Half of Luminarch, but that's not gonna work out, obviously. But oh, that's... I would not use the net on Marauders. Use the net on my something like that, but oh well. So this is gonna be a big cast here. A big burning head, which is actually gonna burn some of the Chaos troops here, but it's fine. Mostly burns the Empire. And it's actually gonna kind of burn the Jade Wizard, because why not? Obviously not gonna do much damage. Is it actually gonna hit the Outriders, or is it gonna stop before? Ooh, it's going through the Outriders. Okay, and it stopped. And we'll have a Luminarch. What is it targeting? What's it shooting? Oh, it hasn't even shot yet. The game is basically over, and I haven't seen it shoot. So yeah, we have Marauder Horseman coming in again. Chaos Warriors, great weapons, are going to engage the handgunners. Oh, it's preparing. Okay. I guess some value on the Chaos Marauders, but not real value. Alright, so here we're going to see some Chaos Warhounds with poison, taking out these handgunners. So this is pretty much textbook play from Soothsayer. Yep. We have the Battle of the Casters here. Jade Wizard or Chaos Sorcerer Fire. Place your bets. So obviously the Chaos Sorcerer Fire has better stats, but at this point I feel like the difference in HP should be enough for the Jade Wizard to win. Yeah. Potentially, you know. You see just way better stats in general, so yeah. Right, the rest of the battle, you can obviously see that the Temple Half of Luminarch is going down. Red Hell Cannons targeting. Ooh, big hit on the Karl Franz. Was actually coming down in to destroy the Chaos Sorcerer, as you would. And that is it. Another close victory for Soothsayer here. So, very well done by Soothsayer here at 2-0. I mean, what you'd expect from a top 2 player, right? So, Sigvald 1600, 777 Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Yeah, I mean, obviously his infantry's still up. 169 losses. Yep. So even if some units here didn't pay for themselves, they still did fine. Yeah, look at those Hell Cannons. They just murdered the Great Cannon here, which was unable to do anything. Templehof of Luminarch, also no value. So these two were big waste. The Outriders didn't get their value either. And gonna just like last game. Alright, so yeah, I guess you know, you could see here that Sooth really had a good game plan because you know, 2 Hell Cannons here right behind the ridge line. You know, the Empire couldn't do anything about that with just a single Great Cannon. So very nice positioning by Sooth and slow methodical play basically to take the victory here in a fairly convincing fashion. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Follow me on social media. See you all next time.